The reason you've got stiffness or back pain when you wake up in the morning or after a long day at work, it might be because your workout is too strenuous. It might be because your core muscles are too weak or not strong enough. And it also might be because your glutes aren't firing like they should. All valid. However, there's another thing that is probably playing a role, if not the main reason why you have your back pain. And you know what that is? It's from your sitting at your desk working. And now, most likely, you're working from home at a desk that's probably less ideal than it was at your office, because hopefully you're working at a place where you could use a stand-up desk, or you were breaking up your sitting with a little bit of movement. But here's the deal. When you're sitting at your desk, actually before that, let's talk about your spine and what it should be. You should have curves in it. You should have a curve in your neck. You should have a curve in your low back. For no other reason except to distribute this massive bowling ball that you call your head. You should be able to distribute the weight evenly across your entire spine. When you lose the curves, all that weight bears down on the individual joints, which is what's going to lead to a lot of the arthritis and pain that people experience. So we want curves. Now, when you're sitting at a desk, just so you know, working on a computer, you're promoting that. Your head drifts forward like this, you lose the curve. Your arms are pushed forward, you're rounded forward to work on your computer. This is the position a lot of people find themselves in, which promotes neck pain, headaches, but also that stress is going to funnel all the way down to the last resort, which happens to be your low back and your hips. Discomfort, pain, and stiffness ensues. Now here's the deal. The other piece of it is you're sitting at a desk where your hips are cocked at 90 degrees and your low back is rounded, all right? And typically even worse, the upper body's rounded too. So this is what people look like for a couple hours a day. And if you're not breaking this up by moving and not just sitting for hours, either laying on your stomach, getting into different positions on the floor, sit to stand desk, what have you, you're going to be in this position for too long and eventually your spine's going to get locked up. Not just your spine, the muscles around it, which is the important part, because that's what's going to cause the discomfort. Those muscles, instead of gliding and being really smooth, they're going to get stuck together. And it's kind of like a car. I used to go to school in Gunnison, Colorado, where it got really, really cold. And some days it would be negative 30 degrees when you walked outside. And if you were smart, you plugged your car into the electrical outlet so that the oil turned overnight. And then when you got up in the morning, your car started, because at least the oil was warm enough to do that. Now, muscles work the same way. If you don't have them active, they start to lock up, and then when you try to move, they don't let you. It's stiff, it's pain, it's uncomfortable. Now, if you're constantly moving and keeping them in a happy, healthy position, well, then they glide nice and smooth, and you don't get a lot of that discomfort and pain. But the key is to move. Sit too long, you're gonna have pain. Sit in a bad position for too long, you're really gonna have pain and stiffness and discomfort. So whether your core is weak, your glutes aren't turning on, or whatever it is, bad workout, regardless, if you're sitting too much, that's gonna harm you just as much, if not worse. Hope you got some value out of this. I'll see you guys on the next one.